Hey Taurus, it's Moon here from Snake Petal Healing, and I'm here to do your April 2023 tarot reading. For your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, Stellium, North Node, any prominent Taurus placement, this could apply to you if you happen to resonate with my energy. So, I'm going to do a quick tarot reading for the month ahead. We're going to go week by week. And if you're resonating, you can book a personal reading with me on my website, www.snakepetalhealing.com. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I tried to record your guys' video yesterday and I didn't have my mic on. So that was great. I'm going to have to do it now, which is totally fine. I typically do a little bit of a channeled message. So one of the songs that I got yesterday was Enterprise Rap by G Perico and Goddammit Dupree. Total bop. I feel like you guys are, sorry, my family's making sounds. Don't mind that. Somebody's drilling. I feel like you guys are putting in work. You're doing something. You're putting in work. You're doing something here and you're kind of like on top of your game. Also the song On and On by Erykah Badu is coming into play, which one of my Taurus friends actually sent that song to me not that long ago. So that super plays into it as well. You guys are keeping it moving, and I feel like you have this type of like elusive energy to you this month, maybe a certain je ne sais quoi that people can't really put their hands on or put their finger on. Is that what it is? But they maybe can't put their hands on you either. The animal vision that I got for you guys was the turkey vulture, which Gemini got that last month. So I'm going to have a little look. It says, duality, spiritual nature and the body, heaven and earth, stagnation and action, resourcefulness and cleverness, thinking things through and being patient. And also the vulture has this sort of like dark archetype to it because of course it is the grim reaper of birds, you know, like it comes and it eats what's left of carcasses and does like a certain cleansing. So I feel like you guys are kind of in that space. So also you've got a few planets moving into Taurus here, forming a stellium in the 9th house this month. For a while, Mercury, Uranus, North Node, we said that, Venus as well, even the sun. So definitely going to be Taurus placements are going to be kind of viewed in a more favorable light this month. You could be moving forward with some long-standing conversations about maybe travel or learning or higher learning, and possibly thinking about connecting with friends to do that. I'm not like super into astrology like I am, but I'm not super good at it, so I won't go any further. So let's get into the Taurus reading. So for my Taurus collective, please. Ooh, all right. Wow. 3 came out, so in the 2nd week of April for my Taurus collective, please. 3rd week of April for my Taurus collective. Okay. 4th week of April for my Taurus collective, please. Just wanted to come out. Here you are in the Queen of Pentacles energy at the bottom of the deck. You are in your own energy, Taurus, and I think that's great. You are upright. You are taking steps forward to show up in your best light here. I feel like you are definitely standing up for what you think is right and following your dreams. I feel like you might also be possibly getting your money things in order. It seems as though you are out to do the right thing this month. I don't know if possibly there's been a situation in which you feel that something needs to be done, but there is a sense of cutting out what no longer serves and making room for what is going to better suit and fit your new reality here. There's definitely progress and overcoming obstacles in regards to doing this. And I feel as though you're being looked at and celebrated by those around you for a certain situation. It could be like this certain situation we're talking about, or it could just be in general. But there is some sort of new beginning here when it comes to communication. This could involve a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, male type of energy. And when I say that, I mean more action oriented, as we really don't need to discuss gender here. We just want to keep in mind what feminine and masculine qualities represent. In this case, we're talking about feminine being receptive and masculine being more action oriented. So inward and outward type of manifestations. So yes, Taurus, as you're coming up in your power here, there is a certain sense of class to you this month, a strength, a warm strength, an inner knowing, a nurturance, a very well-rounded you is springing forward in April of 2023. And maybe this is the justice. I feel like maybe you've been working really hard to get to this space, and you're kind of starting to see the fruits of your labor, essentially, in regards to this hard work you've been putting in. Because as we know, Queen of Pentacles here, the very next card is the King, and that is the outward manifestation. So yeah, you are kind of in a type of distillation process emotionally, which is fantastic, and next step up, So for the first week of April, there's a Two of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Lover's card here. So I feel like there's a certain occurrence here that possibly could deal with another individual that you are trying to join forces with. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm seeing Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Aries. So those are the signs that I am seeing could possibly be. But there's this type of indecision. There's this type of feeling as though there's some sort of a struggle in regards to this situation. Maybe really mulling over details and thinking about how to move forward with someone. If this isn't someone particularly, this may be a certain passion or type of energy that you're taking part in. It could be a job, it could be a hobby, it could be anything that really kind of you're putting your energy into. Because of course there is this option to move forward, and there's this type of weight of responsibility on your shoulders here when it comes to this, because whatever the situation is can have the possibility, I think, to bring you very great joy. But if this is an individual, of course there's always sometimes the propensity for a type of codependency, if you will, or dependence on an individual, which can turn pretty toxic very quickly, But you might be having some difficulties with somebody in your life, and I think that you're not really totally sure how to move forward with that, and it's making you feel maybe a little bit off balance, and at times like you have to defend yourself for how you feel. And maybe this other person may also feel this way, but there's this sense of kind of waiting for the right opportunity. But then again, try not to wait too long, because when it comes to the Two of Swords, being frozen in time, it's kind of not being able to make a decision because of listening to all the opinions of others at times. So we want to be very cognizant of what your truth is, and how you're deciding to move forward with it, because this is your fulfillment, this is your choice to move forward and walk this path with either an individual or a certain energy or hobby or job or something like that. Now, second week of April, we have the Eight of Swords. something seems to have you in your head here. You are, I think, starting to maybe realize the ways in which you kind of trip yourself up. It's a lot of thinking going on in the second week of April. Now, there is thinking obviously taking place in the first week, but then it seems like you might be even a little bit more in your head. But this thinking in the first week relates to something or someone else. And then this like thinking over analyzing type of energy here, I think relates to self in the second week of April. There is possibly a need for a careful exit from a situation. And if this is not the case, I'm kind of being told that I should say there may be a need for very delicate ways of communication in a certain situation. Or there is a type of realization in which you are actually keeping yourself stuck. You are maybe playing yourself out of your position, maybe completely playing yourself. There definitely needs to be a type of release, because with the Eight of Swords here, you might do well with some malachite as well. It's good for, I think, protection, grounding, things like that. But and also dealing with like the heart chakra. But this Eight of Swords, it's like she's all caught up in this like bag or whatever this is with all these strings and things like that. But if she just stopped wiggling so much and frantically moving around, she'd be able to get out. And even these two crows represent spirit trying to communicate. I feel as though I'm getting the vibe that you could be a lot more connected to spirit if you let yourself. I think that there are certain ways in which you're blocking yourself. And yeah, we're getting the vibe here too with the Nine of Wands previously in the week before. It's almost like there's this resistance to it. Now, I don't totally know what that's about. If you go on my TikTok, there is a video previously that was mentioning a type of like resistance to spirit, so you might resonate with that. But yeah, there's a resistance here, but it's so close, and I think that you are even closer to spirit than you truly realize, but there's some sort of block happening, and I think that it could be self-imposed for you. Now, third week of April, we have the Hermit in reverse. If you're dealing with a Virgo individual, this could be things being a little topsy-turvy with them. Maybe them not showing up as their best selves, or you could have these aspected within your chart. You could have Virgo in your chart, but with the Hermit here reversed, it is some sort of isolation process. You could be taking, it's more of like an unfavorable type of isolation when it comes through reverse. Not so much like the decision to do so. Typically something has happened which is not as good or positive and will cause you to go into that space. But it's more of like a inability to go within. And I think that in the third week of April, there is this hesitancy once again to actually look at the wounds of self, perhaps, and analyze what is within here and maybe connect to spirit. There could be some sort of situation in which you are refusing to connect. Can we pull some on the Hermit reversed, please? Devil reversed. If this is a Virgo individual, it looks to me like you're moving to a space of a more calm. You're moving to calmer waters here in regards to the situation emotionally. And I think that you're releasing toxic patterns in regards to this. And it has been extremely difficult. And I think you're moving away. But there could also be because it's like I think that you think that someone is overbearing. But of course, there is a memory of a better, more fonder time, And I think that that's really playing heavily, which is making this difficult for you. But for those of you in which this is not the case, with the Hermit reversed and the Devil reversed, there is this letting go of toxicity and attachment to being chained to the less, how do I say this? Letting go of addictions here, letting go of toxic thought patterns, toxic energies, toxic things within your space that are causing you to feel overwhelmed and trapped, maybe, or unable to do anything differently. It's been a lot of hard work, and although you're doing this, you might be doing this from a somewhat numb space. And I don't want to say numb, but it's like you could be involving maybe more feeling and more help from higher powers and things like that. But I think that what you're doing is very mechanical in this sense. And I think that you're choosing to kind of release these things from a more logical standpoint and maybe not from such a feeling space. But it has been a lot of hard work, but you are moving forward. You're putting in long-term plans for your stability here, for your fulfillment. Okay, so last week of April, we have the Judgment card. So, okay, these almost fell, and then we have the Tower. So something's being revealed to you. There is a type of revelation coming through, which maybe won't be as favorable as you would like. It may maybe even cause some feelings of difficulty and pain emotionally. I don't know what it could be, but it came out there in the deck. So let me find it. And it's going to be a little bit shocking, maybe, I think, because of the way that the cards just kind of fell out, and I was like, oh, okay, so intuitively you are aware of what this is already. So I don't know how much this will come as a shock to you as much, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be a shock to you because finally, okay, it's in your face. But I think intuitively you knew what this was the entire time. But it's bringing you to a space of the next level of life for you, because it's like a shape-shifting type of energy as well. It's like an awakening, which it has sparked within. Can we pull some for the Judgment card here, please, for Taurus 2023 of April? So this could involve a Aries individual or a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or just someone very impartial, someone you may even view as heartless at times. But there was some sort of falsity and desire to win at all costs here in regards to whatever situation, whatever revelation is coming forward. Someone was lying about something and trying to get what they could out of a situation is what I am seeing, Taurus. And maybe this was difficult for you, obviously. No one likes to be lied to. Now, the other way that this could be looked at is there's a new understanding when it comes to the long view for you. Playing the long game, seeing your future from a more solid, timeless point of view. There is this new beginning taking place. I feel as though you have been really looking for this. You've been desiring this type of new beginning and this space of lightheartedness, which you're moving into once again. Sorry. Yeah. Now, if this doesn't involve an individual, this I think is also could be you deciding to make a very impartial decision in regards to something here and deciding to move forward in a brand new direction with a lot less heavy within your heart space. I think you're deciding to just go a completely different direction here, and you're traveling lightly. I feel like you could feel very excited about this. This could also be in regards to communication. You could decide to go into a completely different direction with communication. That's for a really short number of you, but it's small. But yeah, people could perceive this as like, oh my gosh, they never thought you would. They never thought you would. Well, expect the unexpected, baby. Because Taurus is. Oh, guess who's calling me? My Taurus mom. So I think that, oops, I missed a call. So that has been April for you. If you resonated with this reading, please book a personal reading with me. I typically offer extended readings on Patreon, but I'm just getting started. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to focus on the readings for the month. And as I get more subscriptions and engagement and likes and things like that, we will move into personal readings. And yeah, hit my line if you're looking for a personal reading, because I got you. www.snakepetalhealing.com. Peace, love, hip hop, and divinity. Thank you so much for watching my channel. And yeah, happy birthday to the Taurians that have birthdays in April. Wow, my lips. I feel like my teeth are huge compared to my lip. Anyway, bye.